Hello everybody and welcome back to Rewriting the Past here on TEW 2020 with WCW in 1998. It is go home week. We are in the final week before Slamboree, which is in 6 days time, and we've got a Nitro, we've got a Thunder to book, and I'm hoping there's going to be some pretty good shows. I feel like the last episode was we've been putting good shows out, but the last 2 weeks have been a bit of a downturn. For a few reasons, but we're still in the high 80s for the most part, so it's not too bad. Nothing's really happened elsewhere. I mean, Lex is now healthy again from his 6-day injury. Jersey All-Pro had a show. The Hardys were by far the best guys on the show. Jeff Hardy in particular looking really strong, which is good. So yeah. Other things. ECW, this is weird. So ECW snubbed the WWF for being a developmental company because obviously they're only a one size difference now. But then it also says they're happy with them. So I don't know what's going on there. But it is what it is. We're just going to get right into Nitro now. No point in wasting time here. Van Hammer's being a dick. And Ayukea continuing to get psychology. What is that up to nowadays? He is up to 47. Yeah, so he's gained 12 points of psychology. Which is, well done, Dean Malenko. Well done, son. Let's go to New England. Yeah, we were there for the pay-per-view last time, so we'll go back there. We'll go to the XL Centre. And how do we want to kick off the show? I think we'll kick off the show with our old pals, the NWO. And they'll be talking about all of their opponents. Martz and Raph really just out of place here, aren't they? Overness. Entertainment. The NWO say on Sunday, 4 careers will end and the NWO will reign supreme over WCW. There we go. We'll do another angle straight afterwards, and we're going to do... What do we want to do? I think we'll go straight into 6 now. Yeah, let's do that. So 6 is reviewed by Mean Gene. Says he can't believe Eddie is so gullible. Eddie sneaks up and takes. Eddie sneaks up for belt. For Be. But I know what I mean. And then we'll go straight into a match. We will have Eddie face off against... You know what? I said we'd remembered about him. So we'll do Eddie versus Louis Piccoli as a little NWO match. Eddie will obviously get the win. We'll have some botched interference by 6 onto Louis as well. There we go. Another angle time. Back to our TV title feud. Prince Ayukea is just there, and Dan Severn on Menace. Jericho says he'll take out Ayukea tonight as a message to Dean. There we go. And we'll do that match now. So Chris Jericho versus Prince Ayukea. We'll give it 9 minutes. Chris Jericho will get the win. It'll be a tainted win, and it will be thanks to Dan Severn. There we go. Up next, we'll have Goldberg, Giant, Gene Okerlund. Goldberg and the Giant discuss mutual respect. The Giant says he wants to win the US title. And then we'll go into a match. We're actually going to go into a 3v3. Aha, I've got an idea actually. Yeah, so I'm going to actually do a 3v3. So I'm going to do Sting, Brett, and Roddy versus Dave Taylor, Steve Regal, and Fit Finlay. And we'll give it 11 minutes. Brett can get the win. And I'm putting that in the middle of the show because I'm going to do the promo. So Sting, Brett, Roddy Piper. And then I'm going to do some teasing stuff. So we're going to have... Actually, no, we're not going to do this. We'll just do that. So Team WCW says they've just shown they are a great team. Will kick Horseman ass at the pay-per-view. Good, solid stuff. We'll then cut backstage to Lex, Rick, and Kurt. 4 Horsemen laugh backstage, saying they still don't fear Team WCW. Just gets them on the show. I'll do another angle. I think the next one will be Chris Benoit with Gene, and they'll be talking about Booker T. Benoit tells Mean Gene what Booker and NWO did to Stevie Ray was despicable. He'll get revenge for him. There we go. Easy stuff. We will then have a wee match. We will have Chris Benoit take on a member of the NWO, and that member will be Buff Bagwell, which actually isn't a match I've done before, so that's fine. Benoit will get the win. Perfect. And we'll do another angle. We will have Randy Savage talk about Hulk Hogan. Savage goes into history with Hogan. Says he cannot wait to end his title run and career. Yeah, that works. And then we'll do another promo. And we'll just do a quick Raven promo where he talks about DDP. I shall have them go back and forth. Raven and DDP go back and forth. DDP says, on Sunday, this crap ends. And then in our main event, we are going to do just double checking my usage, people. Yeah, I think we'll do. Yeah, let's get Savage a win over Nash. 15 minutes. We're going to have Savage get the win. Open, script it. It'll be decisive. And then interference, we'll have Nash get attacked by Raph, Mortis. Yeah, I think that probably works. Yeah. Why are you unhappy, Kev? You dafty. There we go. And that'll do. That gives Savage the win. Raph and Mortis managed to get themselves involved in the match as well. And they can all live happily ever after. I'm only going to call up Jeff Hardy because I want to do a quick match. I'm going to do Jeff versus Ray on the pre-show. This is just a little tester to see if they've got chemistry or if they've got negative chemistry. Do another tag. We will do the Dudleys. We'll give the Dudleys a win. They can just beat World of Sport. Give Devon the win. There we go. And then we'll do a singles match to end on. And we will do Hugh Morris versus the Giant. Oh, I should probably not make that the main event of the show. That would not be ideal. Open, script, and decisive. There we go. And I think that's going to be Nitro. Happy with that. Covered most of what I wanted to cover. Let's get into it. So 58 overall for this match, which is really good. Jeff with a really good performance again as well. No psychology, but that's fine. Yeah, Kevin Sullivan probably the issue there, so that's fine. Good match here from the Dudleys and World of Sport. Everybody about similar level. Norman Smiley a bit better, but Devon and Ray did outperform Chris Adams. And a solid match between the Giant and Hugh Morris. So we opened the show with a 69, which seems very low for this, but that's maybe because of who they were talking about. As the NWO opened the show in the ring, and they say on Sunday they're going to end 4 careers and the NWO reigns supreme. Each guy gets to basically talk about their opponents on the show. Hogan obviously goes first and last. We then get Six being interviewed by Mean Gene. He says he can't believe Eddie's so gullible. And, he's got the Cruiserweight title. He's going to keep it after the pay-per-view as well. Eddie sneaks up, clocks him, takes his title belt back before heading into the ring. And he does defeat Louis Spicolli after Six runs in to get his revenge. He hits Spicolli by accident with a spin kick. And Eddie Guerrero hits the frog splash after knocking Six off the apron. Eddie wins. Really good match. Eddie with an 80 overall as well. They get a 58 as Chris Jericho says he'll take out Prince Iaukea tonight. And that'll be a message to Dean Malenko. He'll take out his protege before he takes out Dean himself. And they get a 71. Really good match. Jericho for a very good performance. He wins in 9:06 with the Lion Tamer after Dan Severn gets involved. We then get a 92 overall segment, which is a real surprise, as the Giant and Goldberg discuss their mutual respect for each other. And the Giant says, but on Sunday at the pay-per-view, the Giant will win the US title. They give each other a little stare down. There's a bit of like a, okay, bring it on, big man, sort of moment. And yeah, that'll do for that. Yep, and this match would be really good. 78 overall as Roddy Piper, Sting, and Bret Hart defeat the lads of Dave Taylor, Steve Regal, and Fit Finlay in 10:53 when Bret submits Regal with the sharpshooter. Bret once again looking phenomenal. Piper looking okay. Not the worst guy in the match, at least. Piper will be the weak link on the pay-per-view, but that's fine. We can cover up that. And then the three of them just discuss the fact that they will kick the Horseman's ass at the pay-per-view. And that's the end of that. Backstage, we get a 100 segment where the Four Horsemen are watching it on the monitors and they're laughing like, we don't fear these idiots. There's only 3 of them, there's 4 of us. They've still not found a tag partner yet, so who cares? We then have Chris Benoit interviewing with Mean Gene. Benoit struggling a little bit this time, which is a shame. He says what Booker and the NW did to Stevie Ray was despicable and he'll get revenge for Stevie Ray and for himself. Before he beats Buff Bagwell in just under 10 minutes with the diving headbutt. 73 overall. Benoit carried the match. That's fine by me. It's a good enough rating. And Buff almost injured him, which thanks Buff. Savage then has a promo. He talks about Hulk Hogan and he says he can't wait to end his career, end his title run, because he's just sick of him. They're sick of each other. You know, they're both annoyed. I'm really hoping there's not going to be an issue with booking the match at the pay-per-view, because if they disagree with working with each other, that could cause some problems, but I'm hoping that we can get them to do it. And then we have Raven and DDP going back and forth, 84 overall, and basically DDP says he's sick of this. He's wasted half the year on Raven, and he's wanting to move on, get over it, and get on to getting his US title back, or even going for the world title. And then, I forgot to turn Elizabeth. That's annoying. A 75 overall main event. This is going to be a rough show. This could be in the low 80s, maybe even the high 70s. Savage defeats Kevin Nash after Raph and Mortis run in, take out Big Sexy, and the flying elbow drop is hit. And we somehow managed to claw an 86 overall from that show. So, okay, that's just about good enough. Oh, I'm a bit losing my touch a little bit. I don't know if it's because I'm recording so much in a row. This is my 3rd recording of the day, because I'm just trying to get ahead before I go to Bloodstock next week. Or by the time you watch this, it'll be in a couple of days. So maybe that's what's happening. I'm just losing my touch a wee bit. But it's fine. We got an 86. Raw got a 77, so we still destroyed Raw. Shawn Michaels defeating The Undertaker in the main event. Golga beating Brutus Beefcake. That hot WWF action. And we got nearly 6 million viewers in this 6.73 rating as well. I'll take it. I can't believe we're still ranked 2nd in the world. I've not. I feel like we were at 86 in more places than that, but that's fine. It's fine. Yeah, decent show. I mean, it's not great, but it does the job. Overall, I don't know if Savage... we've probably got him back up just enough from where he was to be able to challenge Hogan. Hogan, by the way, is outrageous right now. Absolutely outrageous. On that note, actually, Britain still 50. Japan is nearly 77. I think a really good pay-per-view, and we should hopefully knock Japan up to the number we need to get to. But I'll be back in a moment and we'll book Thunder. Okay, it's time for Thunder. As usual, we'll do our ECW recap with the Ultimate Warrior and Brian Knobbs defeating Kevin Sullivan and Boris Zhukov in a dog collar match. Riveting. Brian Knobbs causing problems as well. Tut tut. Tut tut. Anybody interested in any of these shows? But nope. That's fine. Time to book the final show before Slamboree in a couple of days' time. Not really sure what to book on this show, to be honest. Like, just probably some go-home angles and some decent matches. It's probably going to be the plan. We've not been to the Northwest in a while, so we shall go to the Moda Centre. Right, so let's book some angles. So we'll do Sting, Brett, Roddy. There we go. Team WCW calls out any member of the Horsemen for the main event. And essentially, we're just going to do a singles match. I already know what the match is going to be to the point where I'm just going to book it now. And it is going to be Ric Flair versus Roddy Piper. I don't want to use Ric versus Sting at the moment, but we'll do Ric versus Roddy. Ric is going to get the win. A cheating win. Now we'll do 12 minutes. There we go. Right. And then we're going to have Raven and the brothers. Raven, flanked by Dudley's and Saturn, says, tonight, DDP gets taken out. Diamond Dallas Page, there we go. And then I'm actually going to do a DDP match now. So DDP can take on who can DDP take on? Have I done this match? No, I surprisingly haven't. Why do I keep thinking I've done more matches than I have in this DDP Flock feud? There we go. And then we will do a quick post-match with Raven, Diamond Dallas Page, Brother, Hammer, Saturn, Kidman, and Riggs. The Flock dismantle DDP, leaving him a bloody mess. There we go. Simple. Simple. Okay, up next. This is going to be a stinker of a segment, but hopefully we can make it work. So we'll script both. Malenko tells Mean Gene that Jericho disrespects the TV title and him. He will win the belt. And I'm going to have the stretchers in a match against the Blue Bloods. Actually, no, we'll do Fit Finlay and Doug Williams. We'll give it short though. Dean can get the win. I assume they'll just give the loss to Doug Williams, so that's fine. There we go. Kevin Nash, Conan, Wrath, Mortis. Nash is furious about Monday. Says on Sunday they'll destroy those masked freaks. There we go. Do another angle. Let's do Mean Gene. No, not Mean Mike. No, God, no. Goldberg is looking forward to Sunday. Says the visual of the giant in the jackhammer will be legendary. Or will be legend. That'll do. And we'll give Goldberg a match before that. And he can just take on... he can take on La Parca. One of the great squash matches in wrestling history. Goldberg versus La Parca. If you've never seen it, please watch it. Goldberg takes a chair shot to the crown of the head. No sells it while La Parka dances. And then La Parka gets destroyed. It is sensational. So you know. So Flair says he'll take on Piper tonight and make it 4v2 on Sunday. There we go. I'll move the main event up shortly. Up next, Eddie 6. Very simple. Just Eddie says he knows the fans don't like him, but he'll defend WCW's honor at pay-per-view against 6. And then we'll do a quick Hollywood Hogan promo on Randy Savage. Out of curiosity, will they go in the same angle? They will. Okay, right. So let's do a back and forth then. Hogan and Savage exchange words. Hogan isn't scared of Macho. Well, put him away once and for all. There we go. And then we'll do... So what have I not booked yet? So we've done. So Benoit and Booker. So I think maybe just do a classic tag situation. So Chris Benoit and Booker T. Who can take the fall? Louis Piccoli, I guess, can take the fall. And Benoit can team up with... Could do Brett. Could do Brett. I've not really got anybody, do I? That I've not used. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do Savage. And we'll give Savage the win. It'll be over Louis, obviously. And we'll have like Benoit and Booker sort of brawl off into the distance. And then that can go there. And then, very simply, Team WCW and Horseman brawl to end the show. No fourth man appears. So, Sting, Brett, Roddy, Rick, Kurt, Lex. There we go. Right, we need to put some more minutes on the show. There we go. That'll do me. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with how that's come out. Not penalised, so that's fine. Let's do some pre-show. Ray and Hoovy can take on Enos and Bloom. I think they've had that match before, but it's fine. They can get the win. There we go. We'll also do a triple threat. We'll do 3 Lucha guys. So we can do Hector, Psychosis, and the Lismark. I don't really care who wins, so they can just have at it. Go nuts, guys. And then we'll do another tag to end. We'll do the Steiners. against the Dudleys. And we'll give Rick the win. Perfect. Let's go. So, good 64 rated opening match here. Ray Jr. looking phenomenal compared to everybody else. Let's see. So, Bismarck Jr. gets the win, beating Hector Garza with the sit-out powerbomb. Psychosis carrying the match, but good stuff. And then, oh yes, a 71 overall match between the Steiners and the Dudleys, as Rick wins with the Steinerizer over Brother Ray. Good match, really good match actually, for something that I just wanted to test out. Definitely could do something going forward with these two teams. So we opened the show at the Moda Centre in front of 15,000 plus fans, as Team WCW of Sting, Bret Hart and Roddy Piper call out any member of the Four Horsemen for the main event, and Piper says he's ready to kick someone's ass. Simple as that. We then have a decent promo again. 74 is Raven, who's flanked by the Dudleys and Saturn, says, tonight, DDP is getting taken out. Simple as that. Pretty rubbish match. DDP and Kidman, they don't click, so that's fine. Diamond Cutter for DDP, which leads into the following segment, which gets an 84, as DDP and Raven have a little exchange before the numbers advantage takes over. There's no Giant, there's no Goldberg today. They can't come out. The Flock just dismantle DDP and they leave him a bloody mess. Raven hits, like, I don't know, the even flow DDT onto the steel chair or something. Okay, 65. This is better than I thought it was going to be. Dean Malenko tells Mean Gene that Chris Jericho disrespects the TV title. He disrespects pro wrestling. And tonight, on Sunday, Dean Malenko will win the belt and restore some honour. Before him and Prince Iaukea get the win over Fit Finlay and Doug Williams in 6:35 when Dean Malenko submits Doug Williams. Doug Williams with a 41, only 2 points off of Prince Iaukea. And it gets an initial rating of very good for the old school heel gimmick. So, happy with that. Nash and Conan, pretty weak promo. I don't know if it's because they're talking about Raph and Mortis, potentially. I know, I keep forgetting to turn the dirt sheet details on. I'm sorry, guys, but we'll just pretend. Nash is furious about what happened on Monday. He lost that main event because of Raph and Mortis. So he says on Sunday, him and Conan will destroy those masked freaks and anyone else who wants a chance at the titles. Yep. Oh, Goldberg and La Parka have great chemistry and it showed as well. Beautiful. 77 overall. Goldberg beats La Parka with the jackhammer. Beautiful. Just like the match that they had in real life, except that one was about 7 minutes shorter. And then we get a 92 rated segment as Goldberg tells Mean Gene he's looking forward to Sunday. Says the visual of the Giant in the jackhammer will be legendary. The crowd can't wait to see it. The commentary can't wait to see it. And we're all having a good time. Didn't click that, did I? Nope. I really wish this game was a bit more responsive with clicks. We then have a 100 rated segment again, with as usual with these four guys, and Ric Flair is the man who says, I'll take on Piper. That goof, that skirted freak, the usual stuff that Flair would say. He'll take him on, and that's our main event set for tonight. Then I have Eddie Guerrero talking about how without a script and he struggled, which is annoying. 58, which is really weak for this stage of the show. And he says, look, I know you guys don't like me. I don't like you much either, but, we have to band together to beat the NWO. And on Sunday, he will defend WCW's honour and the Cruiserweight title by beating 6. We then have a 100 rated segment. I forgot to turn Elizabeth again. As Hogan and Savage exchange words, and Hogan says he's not scared of Macho Man. He'll put him away once and for all. Before we have a really strong match, the Liz thing we need to change ASAP, as Benoit and Randy Savage take on Booker T and Louis Piccoli. Both guys getting a bit of revenge as Savage pins Louis Piccoli with the flying elbow drop. Good match. Really good match. Benoit gets his hands on Booker. Those two basically like brawl away out the crowd, and then that allows Savage to pick off Spicoli. And we get an 82 main event, which is solid. Ric Flair beats Roddy Piper in 12-14 with the figure 4 leg lock after cheating. And then we end the show, the final moment before the pay-per-view, with a 100 rated segment as everyone in the main event brawls to end the show, and the whole time the commentary just tells you no one has come out to be the fourth man. So we'll find out at the pay-per-view who person number 4 is going to be. We get back up to a 90, a really, really strong episode of Thunder to end the month. Happy with that overall. We've built some solid things for the pay-per-view. I think this is going to be a pretty good pay-per-view, to be honest. I'm really thinking this is going to be a strong show, considering I sort of just threw it together a bit as well. Arn doesn't like Louis Piccoli, that's fine, and we got 4.7 million viewers total for our show. Now, just having a quick check at who's retiring, if there's anybody I'm interested in. Nope. So, Elizabeth, prepare to turn. Prepare a gimmick change, I guess. What should we call it? What should we do here? I don't even know. Fan favorite? Old School Valley, I guess. Yeah. Go for Old School Valley, I suppose. This will probably still hurt that match a little bit, just because we're not going to do the turn straight away. But that's fine. It's not the main event. So, that's pretty much it. By the way, we've gained like 7 million. I mean, look at that broadcast revenue difference to last month. And that's with spending however much millions on the investments. So, happy with that. The merch sales, we've got 3 guys over 1 million. Look at the difference to last month already. We've got 8 people over 100,000. Last month we had 5. So that's good. Yeah. That's going to be it. We're going to do... It's going to be quite a short episode, actually. I think it's under 40 minutes. So that's going to be it for today's episode. Really, there's nothing else to say. Here is a reminder of the card. I'm going to just... I don't know the exact order yet. I will rearrange it. Obviously, I know the main event's going on last. But we have the 4 Horsemen of Ric Flair, Lex Luger, Rick Rude, and Kurt Hennig taking on Team WCW of Sting, Bret Hart, Roddy Piper, and a mystery partner. Or no partner, we've not decided yet. For the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, we have Hollywood Hogan versus Randy Savage. We have Diamond Dallas Page taking on Raven. We have Chris Jericho defending the World Television title against Dean Malenko. Booker T versus Chris Benoit. Kevin Nash and Conan defend the World Tag titles against Mortis and Wrath. Goldberg defends the US title against the Giant. And Eddie Guerrero defends the Cruiserweight title against Six. I think it's a pretty solid show. It's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 match show. That's alright by me. Quick look at the creative. Anybody new on this list? Still nobody new. So yeah, that's it. Next episode, Slamboree. And also, something pretty important is going to happen in the Slamboree episode as well. Because we're going to tick over the month. And we'll talk about that when the time comes. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Leave your predictions in the comments below. Leave a like, all that usual fun stuff. And I'll see you in 2 days for WCW NWO Slamboree. Thanks so much, and goodbye.